Hello, everybody. Welcome. Rosa Psych Investigator. So, guys, I had actually recorded something else for today, and then this came out just now that there has been an attempt on Putin's life, and unfortunately he survived. Well, it didn't really touch him, but basically a limo in um in one of the fleet in one of his right, there's a fleet that he, like all I think presidents, right, they travel with multiple cars, and I think they don't you don't know necessarily which car he's in, but one of the cars that was in his fleet was blown up. No. Ah! Oh no, 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 but no. Oh. Ah. Not him. Not him. No, no. Ah. Ah. Just no. The guy is, everybody. I mean, seriously, the world there'll be a holiday. The world's gonna declare holiday the day he dies. Seriously, we have to celebrate. No, but unfortunately, he's still alive, and it was not his car that was blown up. No, really, it's sad. Actually, it's sad because I wish it had been him, but not him, not yet. So not yet. But let's watch this interesting information here, no? Interesting information. Interesting information. Let's see. Let's see. Huh. Let's see. Okay, one sec, one sec. Okay, guys. So I'm sorry. I finished recording the video about this subject, and I went to go edit it, and I saw that the most important part I hadn't recorded, which is so interesting. And this is what I wanted to show you is this video. Okay. So let's go. Let's go. What's not? There's no weird. Okay, so one of Vladimir Putin's limousines exploded and caught fire in Moscow. A huge blast just north of Moscow's FSB Secret Service HQ in Lubyanka. Okay, okay. One of Vladimir Putin's limousines exploded and caught fire in Moscow as the tyrant orders sewers to be searched and the pat down of his own guard. So that was really interesting. And actually, when I read this part about it being, here it is, just north of Moscow's FSB Secret Service HQ in Lubyanka, what's interesting is that it reminds me of the murder of Boris Nemtsov. So I talk about sometimes I channel Boris Berezovsky, a very different person, right? There's another Boris Nemtsov. So Boris Nemtsov was a politician who is thought to be Putin's most serious adversary, somebody who could have threatened his power. And he was famously killed right in that location, right across from or very close to the Lubyanka. Lubyanka is that building that is famously the FSB headquarters and prison. I think it's a prison also. If I'm correct, I don't know. But so that makes me think it's not a coincidence at all. Okay. So so that's interesting. I find it interesting. So actually, now that I have not, let's see here. Now that I have not like I didn't include this, and that's why I'm doing this after the fact. I'd like to know how, I have a question. How was this placed? How was it? Yeah, I see it was on something under. I don't think it was placed because it could have been that, could have been. Sometimes they could have placed the bomb in the location that the car was supposed to walk to, kind of what you call it, come through. But I don't. I think it was. I see something kind of whitish under, placed under the car thing. Okay. So, but I don't know how it evaded the inspection, but it did. And as I say a little bit later, I do think it's not Zelensky, but it's not Ukraine, but FSB and internal people inside of Russia. Not, I think the secret services there are involved. They're kind of done with this guy because this is destroying Russia and the world. So we'll see. All right. For entertainment purposes only. All right. All right. Okay. Thanks for watching. Bye. Okay, so I was talking here, didn't realize that it was not recording. So let me share this. I had mentioned that Zelensky says Putin must die for peace. Then boom, Putin's limo goes up in flames near the FSB HQ. Coincidence, maybe. But I've heard whispers from the ground, Ukraine's bold, and this feels too close to be random. Stay tuned. More is coming. So, so my question is here. So what I was saying before I forgot to press, the record, is that I asked if Zelensky was involved. I don't think he was, but I do think that the intelligence services within Russia are starting to act because the Ukraine war is untenable. They can't win, and he is destroying the country. So, so that's that. Okay. So, that's right. And so, yeah, so I think Patrushev is behind it. Okay. That's my intuitive sense here. For entertainment purposes only, of course, right? But so so let's see another question. So is it, because that would be a wonderful holiday, the day that Putin dies. Are we close? Is he going to die of assassination or natural causes, and is it close? It shows me, guys, it shows me the same thing I've seen before, years even ago, I think it was. I keep seeing the ventilation, those little, like it's like this rectangular little holes they have on walls. It shows me it's the ventilation. And they're going to put some sort of gas inside this ventilation thing. And that's going to cause him to pass away. I wonder if it's, could be even something indetectable. But I think it may, in other words, I don't know that it will come out that he died of some sort of advanced poisoning, but it's possible. That's what I think of how he's going to die. So, is it soon? Is it going soon? Is it going soon? Okay, so April, May. I think it's possible that he could go this year, yes. But guys, that honestly, it's a little hard to tell because it was such a wonderful occasion, seriously. I think the world would rejoice. All aisles, all sides of the aisle, right? All aisles. But I have a question. Is Putin going to die before or after Trump leaves the government? I think the first thing is that I think Trump's going to leave the government before Putin dies. That's my sense. So that's what I want to share. So just because I had recorded this whole other elaborate video, but this is kind of important, and I wanted to share this with you. Okay. All right. So All right, see you very soon. Okay, bye. Thanks for watching.